I'm a New Zealander, you can tell by my accent probably, and my business partner through there, Daniele, he's an Italian. I've got a cycling background, and that's why we're interested in cycling. We got together 10 years ago and bought what was a failing business, bought the rights to build little espresso machines, premium domestic machines. I don't believe there is such a thing as perfect espresso. I think you're always trying to make the best espresso you've had, and you're always trying to chase that flavour that you remember as being the best espresso. We want to start with a clean, dry portafilter. Okay. Portafilter is always hot because it lives in the machine, so it's nice and hot. Cups are always hot. Makes a huge difference to the flavour of the espresso. We were looking at ways to get the business going, you know. I suggested in one sales meeting, just sort of throwing ideas around, that perhaps we should build a machine to celebrate 100 years, the 100th anniversary of the Giro d'Italia. We made 100 machines, which is this one here, that represent the 100 years of the Giro d'Italia. We put the pink manometer in it, which was obviously the Maglia Rosa, and on the side panel we engraved the 100 winners of the race. So the day that Denis Menchov crossed the line to win in 2009, we got his name inscribed on the side panel. We bought 100 copies of the Gazzetta dello Sport newspaper. We put them in a special box and shipped them out, and they're all labelled, marked 1 to 100 with a special badge. Our dealers just snapped them up, and they were sold like really quickly. I was blown away by how quickly they were sold, and we kind of got this, started to get this connection with cycling. Fresh coffee, grind the coffee to order, because once the coffee is ground, it has minutes, hours, as opposed to days. We've got around about 30 Pro Tour guys using our machines now. A lot of the boys from Oracle Greenwich, they're big coffee boys. About 3 or 4 from BMC, some from Trek. They get a machine and they've got to send a signed jersey for our collection in the cupboard there that we'll do something with one day. It's been a lot of fun too to have that association with those cyclists. Not that we meet a few of them come through to the factory here and had a look, and so it's really nice. We want to use around 21 grams of coffee generally into a double portafilter. We put the coffee in and we tamp it down using the tamper. The whole theory behind this is the water is going to come from the group of the machine, hit the top of the coffee, then because the top of the coffee is slightly polished, the water is going to be held there momentarily before it starts its journey through the coffee. What we're trying to do is, out of a double portafilter, we're allowed to get a maximum of 50 to 60 mils of espresso. What's happening with specialty coffee in the home, I liken it to cooking. Not that I can cook, but now celebrity chefs, any chef that's got a decent restaurant is written a book, and it's all beautifully photographed and sitting on the shelf there. Restaurant food has gone into the home. It's now enabled people to cook really great food in the home by seeing these books, etc., etc. And the same thing is happening with coffee. Now you can get a machine that'll make as good a coffee in a bar, and you probably make better coffee if you're into it than most bars will serve you. Put the portafilter in the machine, start our extraction. We can see on the shot timer there, we should be looking for about 30 seconds. The pour should be viscous and black and quite heavy, depending on the coffee, the degree of roast, etc. We're looking for what they call a mouse's tail, so it should hang off the portafilter, shouldn't run too fast. This is about right, maybe getting a little bit fast, because we're at 25 seconds now, so 25 to 30 seconds, and we've got roughly our 50 to 60 mil of espresso.